switch our attention to events here at the Grattan Stadium in Odsal, the Odsal Stadium, the Odsal Bowl, this famous old ground, rapidly filling up now with Leeds Rhinos and Bradford Bull supporters. A crowd expected in here tonight of over 20,000 as we begin our Super League campaign over Easter. Just look at it, it's absolutely fantastic. And it will be a great game, I think, that we're going to see. And we will see one of the true stars of the Super League in Leslie Vinacolo. Now, Justin Morgan knows that pre-match I ring the coaches and try and glean as much information out of them as I possibly can. And Steve McNamara named his team yesterday to me with Nathan McAvoy in the starting lineup and Leslie Vinacolo out. Now, I know he's been dodging injury for the past week or so, but Leslie plays tonight. Is that a surprise?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, whether or not that was intentional, he was trying to give Leslie as much time as possible to get fit, because he is a great player, great character, and that's taking nothing away from McAvoy. But you'd sooner have Vinacolo in your side, and if you want to give him right up until kick-off time, so be it, and he'll most probably come up with a hat-trick for him tonight.
You never know. And the other important news is that there are one or two changes also from his starting lineup. Burgess comes in, Newton comes in. Those two are supposed to start on the bench. So too Chris McKenna, which means the likes of David Solomona, Ian Henderson, they slip down to the bench, Steve-O. And Steve McNamara just shuffling the pack. I wonder whether that's a gamble, not playing the likes of Solomona and Big Joe Vanganar from the start.
No gamble whatsoever. He has laid his cards right on the table as Mr. McNamara and said, this is going to be a rough affair. This is going to be a real battle in the forwards. I have little doubt that that has gone through his mind. He has pulled off his ball players and he's putting in instead hard-working, good, solid players up front. And that's, I'm sure, the reason he perhaps thinks, like many other people, myself included, that if there is a problem with this Leeds outfit, it is in the forwards. Are they a little bit soft in the belly? We've seen it so often over the past 2-3 seasons that if you're going to beat this Leeds outfit, don't take them on in the three-quarter line. Don't take them on by being fancy and trying exceptionally good open rugby league football. Get them in the forwards, crunch them, and you can just say, Mr. Danny Maguire and Rob Burrow, put the cue on the rack, because if you're not getting any movement forward by your big pack, then you've got no chance in the three quarters. And it is clear as the day today. Wonderful sunny day. It'll be perfect conditions, and you would think there's going to be a lot of open play. I don't think we'll get that from Bradford. Not in the opening 10-15 minutes, not the way that he's done it.
Well, there's the new Great Britain coach, of course, Tony Smith, watching his Leeds Rhinos in preparation for this game. Tony Smith will stay at Headingley until the end of the campaign, but importantly, he welcomes back Keith Senior. Brent Webb is also back in the side, and Gareth Ellis as well comes into the second row. Internationals returning for the Leeds Rhinos. That will strengthen them, Justin.
Yeah, very much so. I think Gareth Ellis is a little bit of an unsung hero in the Leeds pack. He gets through a huge amount of work, and he creates some opportunities for them as well. And we saw early on in the Super League season, Brent Webb, how good he is returning the football, and he'll have some obligation to pay back the games that he's missed, I suppose. And and obviously we all know Keith Senior. He's a top-class player, and for a big game like this one, you need your internationals, you need your big game players, and they're three big game players, and expecting those guys to certainly have an impact tonight.
I think it's a gamble as well, Eddie, in regards to the fact that Leslie Vinacolo, here is a man that even if he's only 75% fit, is still going to be strong enough. Is that extra forward that we've seen from Bradford for so many seasons. He'll cart the ball up. But will Tony Smith, remember the grand final against Bradford at Old Trafford a couple of years ago? They kept kicking the ball behind Leslie. They tired him out. The man could hardly get up and play the ball in the last 15 minutes in that grand final, and it proved a huge success. Tony Smith, I'm sure, will be looking to do exactly the same thing. If they can get a good kicking game, especially from Sinfield, the long kicks into the corner, if they can turn the big fella around, because I honestly feel that he will not be over 100% fit. I think he's getting in there with a big gamble. If you say that Steve, the coach, is going to say that there's got to be a problem, and it is a gamble, then I'm saying it's got to be with Vinacolo. I don't think he's 100% fit.
OK, we shall see. The match due to start here at 8 o'clock. But let me just tell you right now that we have a great lineup of sport and live action to look forward to on Good Friday on Sky Sports. We start with the Championship Football double. Southend Colchester at noon, Leicester Derby at 2:30. They're both on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. There is Davis Cup tennis with the USA Spain at 7 on Sky Sports Extra. There's more live football in the afternoon. Our Prem Plus matches, Manchester City against Charlton at 5. To order, tune into channel 480 and follow the instructions. And if you do that, you can also see Everton against Fulham at 7 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1 as well. And of course, don't forget, Good Friday would not be Good Friday without the big local derby from the Super League. But coming up next, another big local derby from the Super League. Good Friday, it's Wigan Saints. Thursday night, traditionally, it's Bradford Leeds or Leeds Bradford, depending on the geography. And this year, we're here at Odsal, where the atmosphere is building, and it will be to an almost crescendo come 8 o'clock, because there is a massive crowd inside Odsal to see how the Bulls and the Rhinos will fare here tonight. Perfect conditions. It's been a lovely day in West Yorkshire, and the sun is setting now, but the lights are on and the players are ready. It's going to be one heck of a start to our Super League Easter programme. The Bulls and the Rhinos next.
Let the biggest names in rugby league light up your Easter, live on Sky Sports.
I like the way you move.
And what a way to kick off that Easter programme. It's the Bradford Bulls against the Leeds Rhinos. And the prize, quite simply, it's a clear lead at the top of the Super League table for the winners here tonight. Perfect night too for fast-flowing rugby league football. And Bradford Bulls have got Michael Platt at fullback. Leslie Vinacolo plays. Ben Harris, James Evans, Marcus St. Hilaire. Justin Harris alongside Paul Deacon, who is the 2007 captain. The forwards, Sam Burgess, Terry Newton and Andy Lynch. Chris McKenna, Glenn Morrison and Jamie Langley. And on the bench, Joe Vanganar, Chris Feather, Ian Henderson and David Solomona. And the coach, Steve McNamara. Leeds Rhinos then, they have Brent Webb returning at fullback, Scott Donald, Clinton Tupy and Keith Senior coming back after injury as well. Ashley Gibson gets the nod on the wing. Danny Maguire and Rob Burrow. Is that the future half-back partnership for Great Britain? Ryan Bailey, Matt Diskin, Jamie Peacock the front row, Jamie Jones Buchanan, Gareth Ellis and Kevin Sinfield is the skipper. And on the bench, Kylie Luluai, Ali Lauatiti, Jamie Thackeray and young Jordan Tansey. And I mentioned the Great Britain half-back possibilities because the coach is Tony Smith, who is the brand new Great Britain coach. But the Bradford Bulls face a defining 5 days in their season. Leeds tonight, then Wakefield at Bellevue on Monday. It's a block-busting Easter weekend for all concerned, and for Bradford in particular. Leeds face a tough month ahead for the Rhinos and the coach Tony Smith. Here, then Wigan at home on Tuesday, Warrington away, St Helens and Catalan, before meeting the Bulls again in Cardiff, Millennium Magic in May. Leeds making their way out in front of this massive crowd. And Kevin Sinfield leading the Rhinos onto this Odsal pitch. A pitch on which Tony Smith, their coach, has yet to lose with the Leeds Rhinos against the Bradford Bulls. The Bradford, top of the table. They've made slightly the better start to the season than Leeds, but they enter the fray ahead only on points difference. And they lost here to the Catalan Dragons 2 weeks ago. When these two sides met at Easter last year, the Bulls won at Leeds. A last-minute Brett Ferris try sealed a 20-18 verdict. Leeds and their supporters ready. Bradford keeping them waiting to make their entrance to the Odsal Stadium. And there they are. Justin Harris in the screen there, the former Leeds captain. Always a big night when Justin Harris faces his former club. And they really are making Leeds wait and making this big crowd wait for their appearance. Building up the atmosphere, there's no doubt about that. Trying to get the early psychological blow against their neighbours from just down the road. Leeds won here 26-12 in 2004, 42-12 Easter 2005, 30-0 last May. They also won a grand final against Bradford in 2004. But Odsal also hosted the Challenge Cup semi-final defeat, 30 points to 12 by Huddersfield last July. What do we have in store here at Odsal tonight? Well, we praise them in this part of the world for the way that they build and build for Super League. And now the ball is snorting and out they come. Steve-O, a big night for these two local rivals.
Tremendous atmosphere. This is what it's all about. The local derby, fireworks in the sky, and I get the impression there'll be a few bangers out when these big forwards. This is the man of the moment. He's in absolute sensational form. What a purchase he's been, Glenn Morrison. Not only a dynamo in defence, but he knows how to position himself to get the short little passes off the likes of Gistin Harris and Paul Deacon. Steve Ganson, the official tonight. Let's hope he gets them well back, the full 10. The talent on show tonight is nothing short of superb.
So Steve Ganson waits, makes sure that everything is in order for the start of this engaged Super League battle. Kevin Sinfield is very precise with the placing of the football on the kicking tee, right on the centre spot. It's the start of a blockbusting Easter weekend for all concerned. The engaged Super League for Easter 2007's underway. The high kick-off, Harris is underneath it. Here comes Marcus Sentinel. Swings Jamie Peacock. And the referee says play on.
Said he got him round the shoulders. That looks a high shot as well. Two big ones, bang. That's underneath the neck. That should have been a penalty. And the second one should have got the whistle blowing. Well, now then, we've complained, haven't we? We've complained about the referees blowing the whistle all the time. This is good old-fashioned stuff.
Well, it's maybe set the tone for what's to come over the next 80 minutes. Here is Terry Newton. Ball comes in field.
Well, Terry Newton at dummy half there. He'll be like a pot of jam, won't he? They'll be just attracted to him all night.
Kick downfield from Gistin Harris. Tipped into the air by Brent Webb. Brent Webb feeling the heat of this local derby, of course, for the very first time. But he's played only one of the last three. He plays the ball there. And this now is Ashley Gibson.
Good tactics as well by Bradford. Straight down the throat of Brent Webb. Let's see if he's up for the good encounters in the collisions. Well, they've got to test him early.
They have. It's a fantastic atmosphere at Odsal. I fancy it will be a similar atmosphere Good Friday tomorrow. Wigan against St Helens, a full house there. And they've got the full house notices up at the KC Stadium on Monday as well, as Maguire dabs the ball over the top looking for the man in the corner, but it just runs a touching goal. They bring it back to the 20-metre mark and Bradford will restart. I mentioned the full house at the KC Stadium on Monday because that's what awaits Justin Morgan and Hull KR. Justin is here with us tonight. Easter is something special in this game, Justin.
Yeah, very much so. And tonight, the game started at a cracking pace. Seen a couple of good kicks from both sides, and I think that's going to be the key tonight. The kicking game of both Harris and Deacon for Bradford, and on the other side, Sinfield, and you know, the chasing on the back of that's going to be key for tonight's clash.
This is Andy Lynch for the Bradford Bulls. Good, rigorous defence. That ball has come free. The referee says play on.
Well, it did go backwards, and they're screaming for a restart of the tackle count. I don't think he's going to get it.
No, they're not, because that is the last tackle of this set of six. A little juggle there from Deacon. He got the kick in. He was hit after the ball had gone, but the touch judges and referee says play on. Gareth Ellis was the man.
I think it was committed. Yeah. Certainly didn't raise the arm. Got the shoulder into it. Must say, both centre forwards, they want to get involved down there very, very quickly. Been impressed with the way that the Rhinos have started their defence very, very close and tight at the play the ball area.
Let me run you through everything that we've got coming up for you here on Sky Sports over Easter. Wigan Saints, Good Friday, it's a 5 o'clock start, Sky Sports 1 and HD1. Easter Monday, lunchtime. Hull against Hull KR, 12:30, Sky Sports 2, HD2. Leeds Wigan, Tuesday at 8, Sky Sports 2 and HD2 as well. That's the Easter programme that we've got for you from the Super League on Sky. And Vinacolo loses the ball. Senior has it here for the Rhinos.
It's always a gamble when you lead with the ball-carrying arm, and it got dislodged. They've got an opportunity here.
This is Gareth Ellis, couldn't get the ball away. Good covering, good defence from the Bradford Bulls. James Evans was first to him. And that's Clinton Tupy trying to stretch and get the ball on the line or over at the other side. We'll play the ball here. Back it will come to Brent Webb.
Oh, it's
on
a
the
shocker.
bounce, not the best. Justin Harris gobbles up the gift.
They've thrown away a golden opportunity. At least they should have just settled things down there and got the kick into the in-goal area. May got the second set of six. That's the indication where if you use the carrying arm, and what about that? There was a shocker of a pass.
So a catalogue of errors from Bradford and Leeds in the 4th minute of this match. Here now is Glenn Morrison for the Bradford Bulls. Hounded to the floor by little Rob Burrow and Clinton Tupy. Jamie Langley gets the ball in field to Andy Lynch. Langley, who has agreed a new deal here at Odsal, and his coach Steve McNamara believes that he is a future Bradford Bulls captain, Jamie Langley. That's for later. This is now, and this is Brent Webb trying to skirt around the outside. James Evans doing well, bringing him down, and Evans hassling young Ashley Gibson from the play of the ball.
Well, Ashley Gibson should be furious. There was nobody there to take it. It's been a dynamic opening start from both these sides, but I really can't understand why they didn't get back and help the winger.
This is Matt Diskin, gets the ball away, goes to ground, Burrow picks it up, and little Rob Burrow tries to jink his way forward.
That's when it's dangerous, little halfback Burrow. Even if the passing falls down, he's always hanging around, just in case, just a little sniff, takes it up and stepping is away.
Okay, boys, hold, go.
High kick. That's from Kevin Sinfield. Platt is underneath it, and Platt lost the ball. Did he knock it forward? No, it's the turnover, says the referee.
Well, the
Didn't get a hand to it.
officials deemed that no one got a hand to it. He's absolutely spot on, is Ganson.
Okay, man.
Well, that just shows you indication. There is a slight wind, and you could see that when the ball got plenty of height, it was looking as though it was going to go right down the throat of the full back, and then it just got caught up in the swirling wind.
Yeah, it's a chilly wind too. It's been like the Costa del Sol here in Bradford today. Sun streaming down from a cloudless sky, but tonight just a little nippy as Langley tries to drive the ball forward again, halted by Ellis and Bailey. Quick play the ball to Terry Newton. It goes wide on the bounce. It finds its way to Evans. Missed out by Nicolo. Evans is grounded just over the halfway line.
We've seen a couple of balls go to the ground here. It just shows that the players are quite nervous early on in the game, and you know, I think once they settle into the game a little bit more, those passes will stick to hand, and we won't see so many times the ball going to the ground.
Justin Harris takes the tackle. It's the last one, and Senior is penalised. Didn't get off Justin Harris quick enough, says Steve Ganson.
For an experienced player, he will not get any plaudits from his coach. He tried to turn him on his back, and there's no need for it. He's saying that he had his hand, and he was being held down, but get it out of the way. Never give the opportunity for the official to say that you've been holding the man down.
Yes,
States quite
don't
clearly
be tempted to pull.
done the tackle,
It was already
roll away.
penalised before, but
Surprising
not even
that
here.
they've gone for this,
All right.
Eddie.
Well, Paul Deacon has got a fantastic record.
Back up, Ryan. Back
Lately,
up,
he
10
has
men.
scored in 24 consecutive games, stretching back to last May. Tony Smith, the Leeds Rhinos coach, and
Stay.
this year part-time, next year full-time Great Britain coach, watching on as Deacon has the opportunity here to get the scoreboard rolling tonight, which he does. All the players, of course, with British ancestry, they have a great opportunity to impress Tony Smith. His first match in charge is against the French in June. Of course, it's a bit of a poison chalice for Leeds, I suppose, because all the players will lift to try and impress the new man in charge, Steve?
Well, every team should be doing that, where irrespective of which Great Britain coach is being appointed. But I think that he'll do a damn fine job, and I also think that he won't lose any concentration, Tony Smith, and making sure that Leeds do have a great season. He is a good coach. He has shown it. He's won trophies.
That's a great chase by Leeds from the kick-off. Bradford ahead 2-0, 8.5 minutes gone of the starting match of the Easter 2007 programme, a programme that promises thrills and spills all the way through to about 10 o'clock on Tuesday night. Morrison with the offload, brilliantly too to Deacon, and Deacon is away, and he has got James Evans with him. Evans looks for support either side. This is Vainicolo. Vainicolo keeps it going to Evans. Fantastic move from Bradford. How on earth did Leeds get back? How on earth did Bradford not score? They're not done yet. This is Deacon with a long raking kick out wide, looking for St. Hilaire. Senior gets a hand to it, palms the ball out. That would be head and feet at the scrum to Bradford. A wonderful sweeping move from Bradford. Good defence though from Keith Senior.
Tremendous work from Glenn Morrison. He really has been the star in Super League so far. It got them to this position. It was a good kick in there. He knew perfectly well who was sniffing around for that.
Okay, close, man.
Marcus St. Hilaire, but the build-up to it, Evans and Deacon, the way they got to it, they've gone for the quick one, and not surprisingly. They're on the rack, Leeds, they don't know where they are.
Newton with the ball in field to Lynch, and Lynch is just held up a half metre short of the line. That's Terry Newton. He'll pass the ball back to Euston Harris. Oh, and Harris is hauled back. Brent Webb, it looked high.
It was high.
Johnson agrees it was.
It wasn't a swing. I think it's more of a lunge.
I think it's...
I'm not so sure it was just a lunge. It was a swinging lunge. Just shows you. This shows you if you take a step.
We got Brent Webb by.
Oh, he jumped at him as well. Oh, this is a bad one.
Going towards
I
the
don't
line.
think he'll get the red card. Maybe put on report though. When you jump like that, there's no way you can convince the official that you were going for the chest.
I must say though, Steve, it didn't look much worse than the one in the first minute.
Listen, it's going on report.
That's
For
gone.
the tackle, and it's a penalty to Bradford, okay? It's on report.
The Bradford fans wanted red card, but it is a penalty to Bradford right in front of the sticks, and Paul Deacon, the captain, has said that he will take the shot at goal. Justin Morgan, what do you think of that decision?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. You know, I think with foul play like that, there's nothing wrong with the yellow card. Put him in the bin for 10 minutes, give some advantage to the Bradford team, because it looked like Harris there was nailed on to score the try if Webb didn't take him high. So a real difficult one there, but they're going to get the 2 points. Fantastic lead up to that. You know, throwing the ball around in their own end. Bradford, they've come here to play.
They have come out to play tonight, but Brent Webb, the incident is on report. Deacon, though, has made it Bradford 4, Leeds 0 with the boot. I think Bradford are going to take anything that comes their way tonight.
Well, it appears that way, but I can't believe that they didn't go for the quick tap. Leeds were absolutely just split apart. 70 metres. Bradford came down the field, put them under a lot of pressure, and they were on the line. Webb gives away the penalty. I think they'll be quite happy, Leeds, to have given away 2 rather than a possible 6.
Deep kick-off from Kevin Sinfield, and another good chase to hound down Sam Burgess. There's Marcus St. Hilaire at dummy half. Ball in field to Andy Lynch again. And the Leeds 3 stop him, then turn him and push him back a metre or 2. They're 10 metres away from their own try line. This is Michael Platt again with 8 tries. He is Super League's top try scorer so far this year, the Bradford Bulls fullback. This, meanwhile, is Langley once more. And that's the way it looks head-to-head between these two. But don't forget, Tony Smith, the Leeds coach, yet to lose with Leeds against Bradford on this ground. But the start that Bradford have made is magnificent. Oh, the pass, though, from Burgess wasn't the best.
Well, they bombed a certain try. They caught Leeds out wide. Right through the gap, Burgess, and then he sends the ball behind him. Newton was screaming for the inside pass. They bombed one.
Disc in dummy half, it's Gareth Ellis. Well, Bradford could be 12 points up at this stage, plus the penalties. This is Brent Webb. Out it goes to Keith Senior. Senior down the line, inside to Scott Donald. And Scott Donald, he gets over the line under pressure from St. Hilaire. The question that Steve Ganson will be asking the video referee tonight, Ashley Klein, was whether that was a double movement by Scott Donald. Was he tackled? And I think the answer is no, he's still moving. That looks a try.
It's got to be the ball carrying arm if it hits the deck first, and I don't think it has. That is a wonderful effort.
Well, Bradford have blown 2 opportunities. Leeds, have they taken the first one that's come their way? They have, with Scott Donald. Senior made it with the run, but Donald with the finish. He was absolutely determined that Marcus St. Hilaire was not going to stop him. That's his 42nd consecutive appearance. We've just seen his 30th try for the Leeds Rhinos. Scott Donald levels the score.
This is the reason why I would have gone for the try to keep them down there, and they've given the opportunity. It was a neat little pass, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff. Senior did well. Fenn back in the inside. Good positioning by Donald, and a good finish. Nothing that Marcus St. Hilaire could do about it. See how he came on the loop. Beautiful play by Webb. Notice the positional sense there from the try score to Donald. Ball carrying arm, that takes a lot of upper body strength. Great try.
Sinfield with the conversion attempt. He's just pushed it the wrong side of the post. But it's all square at Odsal. It could so easily have been 16-0 to Bradford. It's 4 apiece. It's a funny old game, Justin.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Bradford made a break there, and all ends up looking to score a try at the other end. 2 tackles later, Leeds are scoring in the corner, so almost an 8-point swing, that one.
So Scott Donald with the try, Bradford restart. Great kickoff, as we've seen so often already this year. Deacon with his kickoffs aims for the posts. If it gets close to that crossbar, anything can happen. Leeds in possession now with Diskin. Here now is Jamie Peacock and Sam Burgess not standing square at the play of the ball. It is a penalty to the Leeds Rhinos, which will relieve the pressure.
Well, Burgess realises that he knows he's bombed a try, and now he's given away a silly penalty. To be fair, it was Terry Newton that made no attempt. I think Burgess was quite squared on. You've got to be alert at all times, especially at this level.
Well, the referee was the man who called out Sam Burgess.
Okay, Bradford, go.
Leeds are on the halfway line. Here is Jamie Peacock, one of the great Bradford Bulls forwards in Super League history. Now, of course, playing for the Leeds Rhinos. Diskin at dummy half, waits for Burrow to get back to his feet. Here is Danny Maguire. Maguire with a little shimmy. Still going, Maguire. He's got 3 on top of him.
Well, it came up trumps, didn't they, when they brought in the full-back Brent Webb into the attacking fold. And watch for Webb chiming into the 3-quarter line, probably on this. After the 4th.
Here goes Diskin. Was that a penalty? No, the referee says play on. Here is Webb. This is Maguire, dab to the in-goal area. Oh, I tell you what. Gareth Ellis thinks he's scored here.
2 hands close to the ball.
Gareth Ellis thinks he's scored, I think, for the Rhinos. He's not offside.
They're onside, that's fine.
Close to the ball.
It's a question now of just who wins the race. Oh, it's Rob Burrow.
I think the fingertips of Deacon gets there a second before.
Depends who he really touched it last, mate.
Yeah, just. This is no try.
They're now looking, I think,
How to restart,
and if it is
be a
shuffled
dropout.
over, it's a goal line dropout.
Yeah, no try, but a great kick through.
Okay.
N-O-T-R-Y should come up.
There it is, and it is a goal line dropout. Rob Burrow was very close. Gareth Ellis wheeled away. His body language said to me that he believed Burrow had touched down.
Okay, mate, yeah.
But the video evidence quite conclusive. Good dropout as well from Harris, over halfway. Picked up by Brent Webb. Here comes Jamie Peacock. The pace is fantastic.
It's absolutely spot on, this game. I mean, Bradford, they look a little bit shell-shocked the way Leeds are carrying the ball. They've done exceptionally well with the ball, Bradford in hand, but they need to tighten up a little bit defensively. Leeds are asking plenty of questions of them. Burrow, Maguire, got plenty of runners, Ellis. So, yeah, fantastic pace to the game early on.
Ellis will play the ball, and here comes Kevin Sinfield for the Rhinos. Gets the ball away in mid-air to Burrow. This is Senior! And Senior again, the ball on the inside. Needed a good tackle on Diskin by Lynch. It was a good tackle, but Lynch did not get off him quick enough.
We'll probably take the 2 Leeds. They'll take the 2 right in front. Lynch probably saved a try. It was a great run from Keith Senior. He's in top form. I've been impressed with the way that Leeds, on every opportunity that they get anywhere near the attacking quarter of the Bradford 25, is they're giving it plenty of width. And also, they're turning in the tackle and they're offloading.
Yeah, and they've got runners everywhere. At the moment, the Bradford defensive line, the markers and the A and B defenders, they just don't seem to be moving up. They're letting the Leeds players offload the ball at will. And when you've got players like Burrow, Maguire, Webb, any half little bit of space that they get, they'll be straight through and it'll be try time. So, I mean, I think taking the kick for goal here, you know, reflects the pace of the game as well.
Well, who would have thought it that Leeds are in control of this game at the moment? OK, only by 2 points, but Bradford, they really should have had points on the board. The break there, Evans did ever so well. They got back in numbers. Evans took it from the big fella Vainicolo, but Webb, they got back in again. This is a break from Burgess, and this really could have sealed the game. And it's a poor pass. Overrun it, did Newton. And then Leeds come back. Great work from Donald. And Bradford must be looking at that scoreboard and saying, how on earth are we behind?
Well, Big Joe Vanganara has come off the bench for Steve McNamara, but that's great work from Peacock. He gets it away to Webb, and here comes Kevin Sinfield. But when will we see the emergence off the bench of the likes of David Solomona for the Bradford Bulls?
I don't think he'll panic yet, Steve McNamara, mainly due to the fact that one thing he has to sort out is this defensive pattern in and around the play the ball area, because Leeds are just turning. There's Solomona ready to enter the fray, but Leeds are getting rid of the ball so effectively. That's a good kick as well.
It's turned Leslie Vainicolo round. He collects it inside his own in-goal area. It's a great chase from the Leeds Rhinos, led by Clinton Tupy and Ashley Gibson.
Well, we anticipated that. Tony Smith's tactics a couple of seasons ago when Leeds won that grand final, he did exactly the same thing. Kick, kick, kick all the time to the big fella Vainicolo. It worked that night. Will it do the same tonight?
Lynch brings the ball forward again for the Bradford Bulls, thinking about the offload. Marcus St. Hilaire was there on his inside. Terry Newton waits at dummy half. Newton will scamper forward. Ooh, and he was thinking about the offload as well. There was nobody there. Morrison is now at dummy half. Morrison to Deacon. Deacon off the outside of the boot. That's spiralling into the arms of Scott Donald.
See a contrasting set there by the Bradford team. The last couple of times at their own end, they've strung a couple of passes together and made a line break. That time they've just tightened it up. A couple of dummy half runs, one off the ruck and got a kick in. I think that's their way of getting themselves back in the game and getting back in the arm wrestle, because they've been a bit loose the last 5-10 minutes.
Ashley Gibson, last time we saw him on Sky, he scored a hat-trick in defeat at Hull Kingston Rovers. This is Rob Burrow. On the fourth tackle, plays it to Diskin. Diskin then gives it to Peacock. A little hole opens up for Jamie Peacock. And Peacock will attack the line again. And Bradford stop him in the shape of Evans, Newton and company.
Great work from Leeds. They're quick at the play the ball area. Bradford are very slow to get themselves sorted out.
Great ball from Maguire. On the bounce, it finds its way to Jamie Jones-Buchanan. And Jamie Jones-Buchanan is held up just short. That's the turnover right on the try line.
Okay. It's as good as a kick. They realise it will come back.
The whitewash. Oh! I tell you what, the referee gives Leeds the benefit of the doubt there, because Jamie Jones-Buchanan was pushed by the man about to play the ball. Jamie Jones-Buchanan was sat in his backside, obviously sitting square, not standing square, and the referee said play on when he made the tackle.
Incredible. That's the only word for it.
And if you notice carefully, actually, Jamie Jones-Buchanan, he's got a big white mark on the top of his head. His head hit the whitewash as he went for the ball, the try line then. The ball was just half a metre or so behind.
But what about the turnover, Eddie? Bradford were actually playing on the turnover. They were playing it just 1 metre away from the try line.
Not a great kick from Deacon. He only finds Scott Donald, who will run it back at them.
First. Hold.
Well, it's the start of Easter. It wouldn't be Easter Maundy Thursday without Bradford Leeds, and it wouldn't be Good Friday without Wigan Saints. And this year, it won't be Easter Monday without Hull KR.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a fantastic day there, 20-odd thousand. So, highlight of the season so far, that will be.
I'm sure.
Hold it, Andy. Go.
This is Burrow. He gets it away to Gareth Ellis.
4.
And Solomona is about to be introduced by his coach, Steve McNamara. But this, meanwhile, is Keith Senior, and there's danger for Bradford. Every time the ball's in the hand of Senior, he offloads to Diskett.
5.
Brent Webb waits at dummy half. Last tackle here for the Rhinos. It's Maguire. Whoa, he was thundered to the ground as he kicked that, and Maguire has not got up.
Nothing wrong with it. Just thought it'd be worthwhile. He did collide. No doubt about it. There's got to be a penalty there. And it's sin bin.
Someone's in the bin.
Yeah.
Brent Webb is in the sin bin.
You on down at the bottom, in the bin. You know what? Fights around there. Go to the bin. I'm not kidding. I'm deadly serious. High tackle. I've already put him on the
Well, there's a high tackle. He's gone for a high tackle.
In the sin bin.
Brent Webb, Steve Gowson, heeding the words of Justin Morgan. He said, I told you about the one back there when you're on report, and this is another, and he's right.
Yeah, I think that's good refereeing there by Steve Ganson. I mean, obviously that one wasn't as bad as the first one, but, second offence. He's giving him 10 minutes in the sin bin. Now Bradford have got some advantage from a couple of incidents from Brent Webb, and that's how rugby league should be.
I'm with you, Justin, in as much that what was wrong with putting him in the sin bin on that first attempt. Why do we have to wait until the second one?
Well, Brent Webb asked the referee why.
I know
was he kidding? And the referee said, no, I'm deadly serious.
Over the years, they keep telling me to the officials that they're supposedly not to send you to the sin bin for when you've sinned, when you've done a foul tackle. It's supposed to be only for technicalities, etc., etc. But why don't they use it? We've seen it happen there, and they've used it now. They should do it more and more.
This is a big 10 minutes for Bradford and for Leeds. And Brent Webb, no stranger to the sin bin. He was in the sin bin twice in one match recently against Huddersfield. This, meanwhile, is Henderson, and he makes a huge difference to this Bradford side when he comes on. Yistin Harris, 8 metres away. Back it comes to Langley. And Langley trying to step out of the challenges.
This is the best defensive effort I've seen from the Rhinos for
this
a long time.
Oh! The field of play by Kevin Sinfield.
He was having nothing else other than let's kick this all the way down the road. Not a bad option. Should give Bradford the head and feet.
Wasn't that out in the in-goal line? Doesn't this go touch and goal? That should be a goal line dropout, maybe. Anyway, the referee said it's
the big fella's going to get it.
Floated out wide, he juggled with it. Gibson does well. Tupy comes in to help him out. Plays the ball to Evans. Here now is Michael Platt.
Now where's Morrison? Keep an eye on him. Where is he? Out there somewhere.
Solomona dummy half for Bradford. Backing himself. Burrow does well. Evans. Giving it width. Harris. On it goes to Vanganar. Henderson will give it Deacon. Deacon to Langley's. Knocked it forward, says the referee. No try from Morrison.
He's got it right. He's lost control of it. It was a crunch tackle. He'd lost it before Senior got anywhere near him. And that is good refereeing. I didn't like it. They always like to point, don't they?
Time off.
Remember, the stakes
Come on, Rob.
could not be higher tonight. Whoever wins this game
lock in tight,
will
lads.
go
Stay
2
in.
points clear of the
Michael
top of the
Pratt,
Super
stay
League
in.
table.
Stay in.
Wakefield
Stay
are up
close,
there,
Paul.
of course, with them, these two.
Talking of stakes, Eddie, you won't be having one of those tomorrow, though, will you?
Definitely not. Not tomorrow. Here is Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
There's plenty of beef on show out there, though. This has really been impressive from Leeds.
Hold.
The opening gambit from Bradford split them twice, and full credit to the way they got back in numbers.
Jamie Thackeray is on.
Hold.
There he is underneath Solomona. This is Diskin. Bailey. Good defence from Bradford.
Fall. Hold. Hold. Go.
And now it's Sinfield for Leeds.
With both defences very
Now we're
strong,
listening.
you've got to take your
Hold, Jamie,
opportunity,
hold.
and Bradford will be ruining the fact they've had 2 great opportunities and they bombed them.
Good kick from Danny Maguire. Hits the deck.
Hold
It just
tight.
gives Leeds a few more seconds to lead the chase. And they get to Solomona before he can offload as well.
First. Okay, Leeds. Hold. Hold.
Thackeray and Lauatiti. Well, in Solomona and Lauatiti, we have got 2 of the best ball-playing forwards in the entire world of rugby league out on show here tonight.
And it's going to take something really, really good to break down this solid defence. A lot of skill. But you'd have to say the way that Leeds have been offloading, a lot more than what Bradford have, they could take control of this game. A lot of hard work from Bradford.
Back here, Kev. Hold. Go.
Henderson again, 40 metres away from the Leeds line. And that is picked up and play on, says the referee. It's with Donald. It's with
Go.
Jamie Thackeray.
Oh, mile forward. He's
Touch
got it.
judge agrees.
Well done, the touch judge on this side. That's what we have to look for. And at this level, Justin, you're a Super League coach. What on earth goes through your mind when you see that?
Yeah, just a poor decision from the dummy half there. I mean, if the player overruns it, you just hold on to it, especially so early on in the tackle count. Bradford have seemed to have gone in their shell the last 5 or 6 minutes. Early on in the game, they were stringing passes together and they were opening up the Leeds defence. At the moment, they've seemed to have gone in their shell a little bit, and that's playing right into the Leeds' hands because their defence is getting more and more confident as the game goes on.
And remember, Leeds at the moment down to 12 men with Brent Webb still in the sin bin. Here comes Solomona again. Gets the ball away. Picked up by Yiston Harris. He steps out of the challenges. Harris with a long ball to Morrison. They've got the man out wide here in St. Hilaire. They're in, surely. Now then, this will be a decision for the video referee, will it?
It's a try.
Steve Ganson says try is okay for Marcus St. Hilaire.
Both his legs were in the air.
I was wondering about the grounding, frankly. But Marcus St. Hilaire gets the try. Leeds stretched out wide. The lack of Brent Webb in the sin bin. It's taking its toll, and he's only just short now of 100 in his career, Marcus St. Hilaire. This is number 99.
What about the offload there from Solomona? Great work from Harris. Shades of years gone by. He did well, didn't he? Morrison did absolutely superb there. Mainly due to the fact that he just threw one half dummy. That's the offload. Watch the step. And then the long ball. But watch this. Watch him throw the dummy. That was just enough time to commit the centre, Keith Senior. Sheer, unadulterated skills. As Eddie has mentioned beforehand, one of the best and well finished for the man with a new hairstyle. Bit crazy.
Well, he has yet to be on the losing side for Bradford, Marcus St. Hilaire. That's his second try of the campaign. Deacon to try and drift over the conversion. He fails with that. But Bradford 8, Leeds 6. Sometimes in these matches, one team gets ahead and then stretches and stretches and stretches, and they come a little bit to be blowout games. But on the evidence of what we've seen so far tonight, Justin, there'll be no stroll in the park for anyone here.
No, I don't think so. And there we see Bradford stringing a couple of passes together with an offload from Solomona, and they split the Leeds defence. They need to do that more often. They just play one out against Leeds, they'll eat that up all day. But yeah, it's certainly a ferocious pace, and certainly this arm wrestle will go the whole 80 minutes, I think.
certainly on the evidence of what we've seen so far. Here is Chris Feather, a man with a point to prove to one or two people at Headingley, I think. Langley now. He came here, did Chris Feather, rather than being a bit player at Headingley. He came to be part and parcel of this Bradford Bulls machine. Solomona. Another very shrewd close season signing by Steve McNamara, and that's what he was brought here for. Offloading in the tackle to open up defences. Vandenaar maybe attempting to do the same. Pleased as punch Steve McNamara reported to be when he got David Solomona from Wakefield. Maybe he thinks he's the final piece of his jigsaw for this year.
Not a bad piece either.
It's Harris.
He's a game winner.
Harris with the offload. Solomona, brilliant hands. And he gets the ball away. Burrow was the man in the right place at the right time to stop Michael Platt. A dab to the corner, looking for the big men. Donald had to be brave and was, and went to ground to stop himself from going over the whitewash on that far side.
Tremendous shots in there. They're taking that short blind side. Just a little chip over there. They know that they've got the momentum going. The defence is pretty solid. Now this is where Leeds have to just shut up the shop, try to get themselves way back into the game, but they've got to try to get anywhere near the halfway line on this set of 6. Oh, that could be dangerous.
Well, Ashley Gibson, to his credit, got up pretty quickly. Now they're offside, Bradford. That's a relieving penalty.
They certainly needed that, that is for sure. Should have been a penalty, the tackle before, as far as I was concerned.
Webb is about to come back out of the sin bin, just counting the seconds down.
It's proved costly, hasn't it?
It has, but I suppose Leeds will say, having seen a 2-point lead go the other way, that damage limitation was what it was all about.
First, hold, go.
Now Thackeray will drive it forward for Leeds. He gets the offload away to Diskin on the bounce. He finds Gareth Ellis.
Now when you just spent 10 minutes in the sin bin, the one thing you want to do is get involved in the game quickly. Will we see Webb here?
And he will when he gets on. Steve-O is prowling the line still. Not easy to think he's on the field because he's forming part of the defensive line almost. And he can now get back on. Here he is, Brent Webb. He's returned.
Big error from Leeds. They were in a good position. They really should have just camped down there. He'll be eager to get involved. Will they kick to him? That's the important factor.
Feather will drive it forward again for the Bradford Bulls. Quick play the ball. Here is Henderson. Oh, brilliant ball inside to Deacon. Big hit from Thackeray, dislodged the ball. Leeds have it back courtesy of Diskin.
Tremendous run there from Ian Henderson. You've got a pretty solid pack when it comes to offloading as well, and reading the game ever so good in this first half.
Another great offload from Senior. He finds Rob Burrow.
Oh, that's high. He's allowed play on. He'll give it the penalty now.
Yes, he will. No advantage forthcoming to Leeds.
Bit of a lunge from Burgess. He knows it too. He's having a little word just to calm things down.
Player advantage while he's on his feet.
It's a lunge.
If you make contact,
Didn't get at him.
Can't blame me.
There's a lot of players they complained other than Rob Burrows so close to the ground. It's pretty difficult to do anything other than sort of, because when he ducks and weaves, he can pinch a penalty.
Millennium Magic Weekend. We will see this match again in the capital of South Wales, in the city of Cardiff. May 5th and 6th, the weekend, and there's your telephone number for details from the Rugby Football League. 0844 477 7113.
When we talk about a bonanza over Easter period, that's going to be exactly the same. Looking forward to that.
Maguire on the inside to Sinfield, trying to jink away, gets the ball to Jordan Tansey. Tansey has to take the tackle just on for Matt Diskin. That's Clinton Tupy. Here is Gareth Ellis.
Will they kick early? Will they do something different here, Leeds?
Well, they're, what, 4 or 5 metres away from the Bradford line. And here is Rob Burrow. And Burrow back on his inside to Sinfield. He helps it on again to Tansey. Tansey then to Tupy. There's the early kick, looking in the corner. And Leslie Varnicolo diffuses the bomb.
Just got his feet inside there. Referee blows a whistle and the big fella is away. They're screaming that Leeds didn't get back to 10.
But not sure that Gareth Ellis did, to be fair, and he was first man into the tackle. This is Morrison.
Oh, that looked a bit dodgy. Very dodgy, looking to get away with that one.
Morrison again. Good hit from Senior.
Attack.
Henderson. Harris. Kylie Luluai on there, number 8 for the Leeds Rhinos. As Feather will drive it forward for Bradford. That's the last. Get to his feet, play the ball to Deacon. The pace of this game, unrelenting. High kick from Harris. Webb underneath it. Now Brent Webb, can he launch something from deep for the Rhinos? Answer in the negative, courtesy of David Solomona.
Not a bad high kick either, and a good chase there from Bradford. Leeds know that they've got to do nothing silly here. Neither of the Bulls don't give away a silly penalty. All that hard work pushed back into the final quarter.
Move!
Ooh, it's got to be steady.
Good tackle by Henderson, low down on Luluai. Thackeray to Maguire. Great pass out the back door by Ellis. Was that a knock on? No, he got away with it because he was facing his own line.
Doesn't matter. That went forward as far as I'm concerned. This will be the last kick.
Ashley Gibson it was who plays the ball there to Sinfield, who pumps it behind Leslie Vinacolo again.
Leslie said, I don't want to take this up again. He's feeling the pinch, he's a big fella.
Well, he's had a bit of an injury cloud surrounding him all week, Vinacolo. And he got the late nod from Steve McNamara.
It's full credit there to Tony Smith, the Leeds coach, realising that maybe he's not 100%. I'm in agreement with him, so let's see what he can do. And he's tired. Oh, that was forward as well.
It was, and the touch judge spotted it. Glenn Morrison.
Lack of concentration yet again. I mean, it's not applied pressure that's forced that error. It's just simple lack of concentration. Will we see something unusual? We don't see much of a little kick over from the scrum base. Pretty close to half-time. Will they put on a set move? No.
Yes, just 2.5 minutes to the half-time siren. And Brent Webb to the Rhinos. There goes Jordan Tansey into dummy half again. It's Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
Good running, doing the crisscross, trying to confuse the Bradford defence.
Tansey once more. Gives it to Maguire.
Did well to hang on to that.
He did.
It was a big dump.
A little bit too big and strong in defence at the moment, Bradford. They have to be here because this is Lauatiti. Gets the ball away on the bounce and it goes back
to 6.
Yes, referee wipes the tackle count down. Lauatiti will restart this set of 6. Plays the ball to Tansey. He finds Sinfield, who finds Burrow. Burrow tries to go underneath them. Thackeray, the dummy half. He'll have a bash. Desperate defence for Bradford. Tansey in a dummy half again. Flicks it. Leaves it to the big man, Luluai, trying to burrow his way to the line. Here's Tansey once more. It comes back this time to Burrow. Burrow gives it width. Looking for Donald, the knock on. Picked up by Morrison. Halted by Tupi.
Option was good. Good work from Morrison. He's claimed another 5 metres forward, and that is sensational stuff from both sides. Ooh, come out of the line there. Thackeray got his man though in the end.
Sam Burgess carries it forward again for Bradford.
A little bit light out on the right-hand side of Leeds. Quick ball, they could be in trouble.
Yestin Harris for the Bradford Bulls. They've had a huge turnover in players here at Odsal. You know, only 8 of their 2005 Grand Final winners are still at the club. Ian Henderson. Through a gap, Henderson. Oh, just lost his footing at the vital moment. Clattered from behind by Luluai. Last tackle here.
Gotta get it somewhere, get it up there, get it up there.
Lovely little crossfield kick. Whoa! A knock on. Back to 0. 15 seconds remaining for Bradford to do something with this. Jamie Jones-Buchanan gives away the penalty. And they'll take the 2.
That's an
He
all
knew
one.
exactly
Out the
what
way.
he was doing. Jones Buchanan knew exactly that there were only seconds remaining, and he should have gone in
Come on,
the bin,
the 10,
I
lads.
feel. That was a professional foul. It's been ignored by the official, Steve
All the way back to
Ganson.
10, Jordan.
But
back
to
to
my
10, Danny.
mind, that was one of the best professional fouls you'll ever see. They've gifted maybe 2, when yet again, Bradford could have gone on and scored 6.
Out to the
Vital kick this, though.
time coming.
A lot of pressure.
Well, pressure, yes, because it's the last kick of this first half to increase the lead to 4 points. But for Deacon, this should be meat and drink. And it is. So Bradford Bulls will turn round with a 10-6 advantage, courtesy of good kicking from Deacon, 3 successful goals from him, and the Marcus St. Hilaire try. Leeds with the Scott Donald try and the penalty goal from Kevin Sinfield. This, though, fantastic try from Bradford. And it's the Bulls who lead at half-time. Well, it has been a frenetic start to the Easter programme in the Engage Super League. The Bradford Bulls, who are the league leaders, are ahead of the Leeds Rhinos, who are tucked in behind them at the top of the table, and just behind only on points difference. It's 10 points to 6, and Steve McNamara, the Bradford Bulls coach, he threw Leslie Vinacolo on from the start. He introduced the likes of David Solomona and Ian Henderson off the bench with Big Joe Banganar, and it's worked for him so far in the heat of this battle. But Tony Smith, the Leeds Rhinos coach, he's a wily old fox, and if he can find some way through for the Rhinos in this most important match of the season to some of his supporters against the local enemy, he will do so. It's a great way to start the Easter programme, isn't it? Bradford against Leeds, and the pace, it's just been outstanding from start to finish. Quite a degree of skill on show out there as well, and some bravery, again, being shown by the players. Justin Morgan, who is the coach of Hull Kingston Rovers, has his own date with freneticity, if that is a proper word. I don't think it is, but anyway. It is now. We just discovered one, and that's on Monday. But, I mean, these local derbies, I read in a paper today that people are actually criticising the fact that we have, you know, more than 2 in a season. Give me this every week.
Oh, look, this is fantastic. The pace of these first 40 minutes has been great. There's been some uncharacteristic errors from both teams, but I think that just shows the intensity and what it means to the players as well. For the fans, it's fantastic. You know, they get one up on their rivals, but this first 40 minutes of the Easter weekend has been great. It's been very, very fast-paced and some good rugby on show.
Indeed so. A lot of people, of course, have said that it's a bit unfair that Hull have got Hull Kingston Rovers 4 times. That was before you started. I don't think they're saying it now.
Well, we'll wait and see till we get to Monday. We might be sick of the sight of them by the end of the year, but Monday's going to be fantastic. 20-odd thousand at the KC, so you know the buzz around Hull at the moment is very, very good. I'm
sure, and the buzz around Bradford and Leeds is pretty good as well, because just look at the highlights from this first 40 minutes. Now, Brent Webb, perhaps he was a little bit fortunate there not to see anything other than an on-report situation, but then Sam Burgess, well, had the pass been to hand, that could have been the game breaker.
Yeah, and I think after this, Leeds scored, so it's almost an 8-point turnaround. You know, I think early on, here's the try there from Leeds through Senior. Senior's been heavily involved. Donald eventually gets the 4-pointer, but I've been very impressed with Keith Senior. He's gone looking for the ball. He's been made some good tackles in D as well, so he's had a good first 40 minutes.
Leeds have had a good first 40 minutes. They've probed and prized away. But this St. Hilaire try, it owed a lot to the David Solomona offload and the long pass from Justin Harris.
Yeah, I was a little bit critical before this set of 6 that they weren't throwing the ball around. Then Solomona comes on, offload, Justin Harris, great pass. And as Steve-O mentioned, Morrison did very, very well, and St. Hilaire into the corner. So another very, very good rugby league try.
Well, let's just take a look at the league tables, because we haven't brought you those in the pre-match build-up. Let's just remind ourselves the way things look coming into this Easter weekend. As you can see, Leeds and Bradford locked together at the top of the table, sandwiched in between the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats, and of course Wakefield face Bradford on Easter Monday as well, when Hull and Hull KR are taking on each other. and Wigan Saints is the big match tomorrow. So it's a really close run thing at the top of the table there, and anything can happen over this Easter holiday. Time maybe to sort the men out from the boys, and the men will have to stand up and be counted here at Odsal in the second half. Bradford ahead, but only just. And our programme over the next 10 days or so looks like this. We're here at Odsal tonight, and tomorrow we're at Wigan against Saints, a full house, 5 o'clock, Sky Sports 1 HD1. Easter Monday, another full house, Hull against Hull KR, 12:30 Sky Sports 2 HD2. Tuesday night we round Easter off, Leeds against Wigan at 8. And then we have a day off on Wednesday. We come back on Thursday with a Boots and All special, Doncaster against Castleford, 7 o'clock next Thursday night. And on Friday the 13th, it's Saints against the French Catalan Dragons. And on Saturday the 14th, Harlequins against Wakefield, 5:45. What a 10 days coming up for you, beginning here at the Grattan Stadium, Odsal tonight, with the Bradford Bulls and the Leeds Rhinos. Bradford just ahead at half-time, but only by a 4-point margin. They lead 10 points to 6, and Bradford, in their all-white strip, will be attacking from right to left as we watch in this second half.
Okay, let's go.
And Paul Deacon will get us in motion for the second 40. Another high hanging kick towards those posts. Brent Webb is underneath it. Here comes Jamie Thackeray. He gets the ball away to Tupi, but Tupi had to stoop low and pick it up. It allowed the Bradford 3 to move in. And that's great defence from Solomona Vinacolo and Jamie Langley.
Well, I'm not so sure that Tupi would have enjoyed that offload from a forward. He's got into a good position. Thackeray running through. He really should have gone and taken the tackle.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan does exactly that for the Leeds Rhinos. Jordan Tansey at dummy half. Hammers the ball downfield. And Michael Platt will pick it up for Bradford. Chased by Rob Burrow.
Sometimes it's a good option kicking early, but they really was aware of it, Bradford. Obviously, Steve McNamara has been looking at the tapes thoroughly, as all the coaches do these days.
Well, Steve McNamara succeeded Brian Noble almost a year ago now, and he took the Bulls to within 80 minutes of an Old Trafford grand final, their 6th successive appearance there it would have been. But he has appeared to have altered the philosophy a little bit, because they are, with 222 points and 38 tries on the board before tonight, the top point scorers in the Super League so far this year. They have the most free-scoring side in the competition. There's a high kick from Harris. Well, it's knocked forward that, and they have the ball back again with Langley. Oh,
can't believe it.
Vinacolo, will he put the scrum down though for the first knock on, or did he give Bradford the advantage?
Yes, he did. Oh, Vinacolo, as you can see, not too impressed.
Took his advantage.
It was a bad error, wasn't it? Really, really bad error. You've got to make sure you get that, and Ashley Gibson made a real meal of this. Goes high, definitely touched it. Langley just on the inside. He did the right thing. Langley could have perhaps gone for the corner, but when you've got the big fella steaming in on the angle, you've got to give it to him.
Mate, you're going to get yourself in a problem here.
That's the third try that the Bulls have bombed in this game.
Straight in. Out.
Sinfield gets the ball from the base of the scrum, flicks it inside to Clinton Tupi. There's quite a reception committee waiting for him now. That's good, strong defence from Bradford.
Hold. Go.
And he plays the ball to Brent Webb. Here now is Ali Lauatiti.
Hold.
Jordan Tansey. Infield it comes. Luluai.
Big hit as well.
Tansey. Little scamper from dummy half from the youngster. Dropped to the ground by Ian Henderson. And a kick on tackle number 4 from Sinfield. Leslie Vinacolo traps it. Jamie Jones-Buchanan's after him and gets to him. I say that Jamie Jones-Buchanan, not Jamie Jones-Buchanan, Leslie Vinacolo That's a one-on-one with Maguire. That's back to 0.
Yeah.
Going to make the point about Vainikolo, Steve-O. He has not had the blockbusting runs that you come to expect from him on a regular basis tonight.
I don't think he's fit, and I think the Leeds tactics have been good. They've tested him out. They've kicked to his corner on every occasion, and he looks tired. But just to have the presence of a man like that in your side sometimes can be just a great lift.
And so is it to have the presence of this fellow, Solomona. Oh, he's nearly escaped the net. He has
tremendous.
Brilliantly. The ball hit the deck from Deacon, but he was facing his own line, so play on. Here's Langley again. What about that run? The strength to get out of the tackle from 3 defenders, and then the presence of mind to offload the ball from Solomona. Fantastic stuff. Here is Justin Harris.
You talk about the fact that Bradford is scoring points. They've started all that to knock on. Oh, great stuff.
Wonderful play from Deacon, so quick thinking. He'll play the ball on the 0 tackle here, and this is Feather. How he would love to score a try against the Leeds Rhinos tonight. Henderson again, back he comes to Deacon. Deacon infield, it goes to Justin Harris. Harris then to Langley. Langley flicks the ball back to Ben Harris.
Good tackle by Sinfield, ball and all. He had to do that as well.
Justin Harris. And Feather will drive the ball in again. Lovely offload. They've got the man on the overlap here. Big Leslie. Leslie Vainikolo. That's why he's in the team. That's why Big Leslie's out there for Steve McNamara. That's the first blockbusting run we've seen from him. He just bounced them out of the way. And Leslie Vainikolo scores his 6th try of the campaign. A try last week against Workington in the Challenge Cup was his 136th try in 140 appearances. What a strike rate from this big man.
Vainikolo scored the try, but this is the reason why he did. The strength, the upper body strength. Look how he carries the ball as though it's an orange in his hand. Tremendous stuff. They can't get to him, and then the offload. The man's a freak. Absolutely superb. And then when they got the defence pulled in, there was 4 hanging around. Evans, a superb offload. Vainikolo in the very position that only a few moments ago he knocked on with a line at his mercy. Feather offload yet again. Tremendous. Watch the hands. A lot of people thought that with Shantae Harpy away. Who is missed?
Yes, Deacon misses the extras, but Bradford stretch the lead 14-6.
Yeah, I've just had it.
There's no Shantae Harpy inside Leslie Vainikolo. That position been taken by James Evans, who can expect more action now.
Well, there you can see it. They've carted it right away down from their own 20-metre line and put them into a position. And the strength of this David Solomona. We were amazed with some of the stuff he came out with when he was playing for Wakefield last season. And it has been a tremendous, tremendous purchase by this Bradford club. Skill factor, 100%.
14-6, 8 points the difference. Leeds then must score twice in this second half, of which 6.5 minutes have elapsed. It's Henderson again.
He's been a big impact as well when he came off the bench. Not the best pass there from, that is a shocker.
Well, that's an error.
Should be offside, actually.
Let's go down to the sideline. Rod Studd is with us tonight, and he's got Nathan McAvoy with him.
Nathan, what's the view from the Bradford camp?
Yeah, we're quite pleased at the moment. We always knew that the key to this game was our defence. If we got that right, and we kept them, controlled the ruck, and slowed their key players down like Maguire and Burrow. Then we're always going to be in with a chance. We're always going to score tries.
It probably should have been further in front at half-time. So that being the case, how significant is that Vainikolo try, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we always knew that the start of the games, the start of the halves was going to be very important. We made a good start in the first half, and we made a better one in the second half. So as long as we can improve on that throughout the game, then I don't see why we can't come up with a good result for ourselves.
Thanks, Nathan.
Cheers.
Nathan McAvoy, who wore Leeds colours once last year in a cup tie against the Lee Centurions. This is Rob Burrow. Now Maguire! Oh! Brent Webb Couldn't take the pass. Knocks the ball forward. That was a try begging for Brent Webb. Brilliant work from Maguire.
Beautiful step, came on the angle, just never really got to it. Couldn't quite see who was in attendance, but it certainly just put off the full back.
Well, that would have put Leeds right back in it. Try under the posts.
It was a
Brent Webb, he's not had the happiest night, has he, at Odsal?
No, that is for sure, but
Sin bin on report, and now he's dropped the ball.
it was a beautiful play, though, from Maguire. And I think that's one thing that Tony Smith, the Leeds coach, he's got to get the message out and say, listen, I don't want you to be the first or second receiver. Just feel for the game. Do something different. Because he'll need it. This Bradford defence is very strong at the moment.
I think it's been a masterstroke by Steve McNamara. His bench has been fantastic tonight. Feathers come on, been great. Henderson's been great, and Solomona's been great.
Ashley Gibson is picked up, dumps the ball back to Tupi. He knew where he was going. He was going touching goal. Leslie Varnicolo just let Clinton Tupi go then at the vital moment. Here's Kevin Sinfield, and Kevin Sinfield's being pushed back towards his own line. Leeds having the devil's own job getting away from their own end of the field at the moment. Lauatiti.
Should have been a penalty.
Halted by Feather.
Second attempt there, did Feather. They've got to dig deep now of Leeds. They've got to come up with something, and that's not what they wanted.
That's a shocker from Maguire. Straight into the arms of James Evans. Here is Deacon, this is Solomona! David Solomona! Halted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will play the ball there to Henderson. Here is Deacon. Deacon then on to Easton Harris. Harris comes back on the inside. Senior and Diskin get to him. Glenn Morrison at dummy half now. Here is Deacon again. Pops it back to Chris Feather. Feather offloads to Easton Harris. Harris then to Morrison. Glenn Morrison! Just short of the line. Can the Leeds defence stand firm here? Yes, it can. Jamie Jones-Buchanan has got it. Has Jamie Jones-Buchanan got the legs on Langley? No!
He's stolen the ball.
He the ball, Langley!
What a wonderful effort from Langley. He got himself into the tackle, and as he rolled him away, he just pinched it superbly. Well, it's got everything, this game, at the moment. It's certainly been value for money.
What a way to start Easter with this absolutely tremendous battle. And it will continue right the way through to Tuesday night, believe me. Here is Easton Harris.
He's had a top game, you know.
Still going, Harris.
He really has taken them on. He's caused all sorts of problems. He's back to his stepping best. May not have the speed.
Deacon with a little dab. And there's work here for Gibson to do. Work for Gibson to do. The youngster does it brilliantly. Fantastic stuff from Ashley Gibson, the England international at 20 years of age.
Quality from both sides. Great build-up by Bradford. Neat little kick on the angle.
Well, the Leeds Rhino supporters find their voice behind those posts. Here they come again. Oh, Burrow is stopped, picked up, and dumped to the deck by Chris Feather.
Big impact again. Justin Morgan said Feather off the bench has really had a big impact on it. Not only in defence, but he's taken the ball up time and time again. It's a bit long, that. Oh, it's bounced. Awkward.
Off the post and into the arms of Michael Platt. Bailey leading the charge with Maguire.
That's the first time I think Leeds have kicked the ball in the second half into the 20-metre zone of the Bradford side and forcing them to ruck it out of their own end. Bradford didn't quite have the line speed that time in the defence to force Leeds to kick from their own 20. So now they've got to ruck it out. So I think it's very important the next time Leeds get the ball to make sure they get another good kick on the back of it and they force the Bradford team to ruck out from their own end.
They lost their 100% home record here 2 weeks ago, Bradford, to the Catalan Dragons.
That was a high shot.
Knock on.
It was a high shot from Bailey as well, and Feather knew it.
This is Bradford Bull's third successive home game, by the way.
There was a swinging right arm from Bailey, then there was an elbow in. A little bit tasty out there. They know he's a key target.
David,
He has
tight
played
in.
out of his
Michael.
skin, this feather, tonight.
Okay, Rob.
Since the turn of the century, Bradford and Leeds have met in 2 Challenge Cup finals and 2 grand finals at Old Trafford. The Bradford Bulls have won 3 of them in all. And at the moment tonight, they are just shading this weekly round fixture in the Engage Super League by 8 points. But as you can see, 27 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for this match to swing one way or the other.
They've got to get the second phase going of Leeds. Bradford have been using the dummy runners. There haven't been many on the Rhino side that's done that.
Here's Brent Webb, now it's Gareth Ellis. They're trying to take this Bradford defence on virtually one man at a time. Leeds Rhinos, it's not worked so far. It might here for Tupi. Now it worked maybe for Burrow. On to Peacock. This is Maguire. Maguire! Stepping run again from Danny Maguire. Halted by Henderson's tackle. Diskin. Rob Burrow, stab kick. Oh, and it's bouncing awkwardly and just too long for Bailey. He was looking for the chance there.
Always throwing the ball away. Nice option, not far off it. Just a touch too long.
Morrison, stopped by Senior, finished off by Maguire. Plays the ball then to Henderson. This is Andy Lynch, great offload again to Henderson. Here's Jamie Langley, taking on Diskin, taking on Bailey.
That's been the difference as well from Bradford. But on the third tackle, and look, they're well over the halfway line.
Great movement, Harris, Solomona, Leslie Vainicolo! Lost it.
It's always a problem. As I say, always tries to just push the defence off with the ball-carrying arm. And it's always a risk. Oh, that was a bit late coming in.
Yes, he wasn't too happy with Gibson.
Well, he's played his part. Still don't reckon he's 100%, but
137 tries though, Steve-O, in 141 appearances.
It's tremendous strike rate, and just having him out there on the field of play, you know, you need players like that. You'd love to have a player just like that.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. He's a great finisher, and he's a little bit underdone today. But the last time he dropped the ball, the next time he grabbed it, he scored a try. So maybe the next time he gets the ball for Bradford, he'll get another 4-pointer.
Hasn't been the fluent Leeds that we have seen, but you can only play as well as the opposition allow you, and Bradford have been all over them from the very first whistle. Here is Bailey. There doesn't seem to be many options to me though, Steve-O, when the Leeds man approaches that Bradford line. There's not too many people moving up helping him. Oh, I'm telling you what,
forward a mile, yeah. He's got it right. Just touch edge on this side again.
What's up?
Trouble for Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
Just have a look what happened to Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
Nice option though, trying to work it on the short side.
Touch judges with the ball, it's off the ball.
Gibson was just in
Just
front.
have a look.
We've got a right shoulder that Jones-Buchanan.
Well, the referee has just asked Ashley Klein to have a look at the replay of this incident here, because he thinks, the touch judge that is on this near side, thinks there was something that happened off the ball.
You've took the pass, yeah?
Had he committed himself? It was Lynch, I think.
It was.
Shoulder late.
Lynch goes in.
Okay, mate, no problem.
It is a bit late.
Shoulder late, there's
I
no
thought
problem.
perhaps it just got in. It is slow motion, of course, which makes matters worse in normal time. Pretty difficult, but he's quite happy with it.
Hang on.
But Leeds have a big problem with this Bulls outfit in as much that they're quick, they're eager at the play of the ball, and they want to get on with it. And time and time again, if you get to a halfway line, it's all about position our game. You've got to keep that position sense. You get into the opposition, you know that you're forcing them backwards time and time again. That takes the energy out of you.
Don't think Bradford will be breathing easy just yet, though.
There's still plenty of time, don't worry about it. You know, two bits of brilliance from Danny Maguire or Rob Burrow can change everything. And we haven't seen Brent Webb link into the three-quarter line as much. We saw it for a few occasions early in the first half,
Last, okay, Leeds. Hold on.
Yes, we were licking our lips, weren't we, in the Tri-Nations, thinking of Brent Webb in Super League this year, but thus far, he's been fairly quiet in Leeds colours. Gibson collects the ball eventually. He's got Leslie Vanacola ahead of him, and Leslie Vanacola rolls him into touch. That is a big error from young Ashley Gibson, but it's great play from Leslie.
When you get the football, you go in field. If you're going to try to go around your opposite winger, you do it way down at the other end, not when you're close to your own try line. He'll learn.
It might be a very expensive lesson, because Bradford here have a glorious opportunity to post more points, because it's with Justin Harris. Harris, so close to the line on the first tackle.
Deserves a try, this fella.
That was Henderson. Here is Morrison. Glenn Morrison now, backing himself. Desperate defence needed by Leeds. You get the feeling something's coming for Bradford, though. Harris, Deacon, back it comes. Good run here from Michael Platt. Oh, he's moved off the mark. This is Deacon. Ball all wrapped up. Good job it was too by Gareth Ellis.
Solomona on the blind side.
Here is Solomona, stabs the ball to the in-goal area. Brent Webb's after it. Solomona rolls him over the dead ball line. Goal line dropout coming up.
I want to get this guy from a Christmas party, because he's got that many tricks. He'd keep everybody occupied for hours on end.
Do you want people thrown over the deck all over the place at your parties, do you?
Well, I love that. They're the sort of tricks. They're the sort of tricks you want. Something different.
I've been to one of your parties. It does happen.
You still owe me for that.
Switch on, boys.
No, the guys. He knew that they were expecting him just to use his brute force.
Oh, that's good hit.
What a good wallop.
Great hit that was. I must say, the one party that I've been to at Steve-O's house, I met his dentist, his hairdresser and his accountant. The three most unemployed people in Australia.
And they still cost me a lot of money.
Here comes Ryan Bailey now. Oof.
He wasn't a bad looker, was he, the hairdresser? They need something, but this defence is pretty solid now.
Great defence.
As I say, Tony Smith's got the message out. Come on, we need something different. Just don't keep trying and just use the brute force. Little chip over the top. Maguire, Barrow, a little dribble through. He's got to come up with it.
There's no offload. Well, there's an offload. The moment I say that they've been a little bit pedestrian, Leeds, they come up with something, but not there.
Lack of ideas will perhaps be the reason. Solomona's coming off. He's done his bit. Pretty solid work, though. They've been battered.
There's a bit of argy-bargy between Morrison and Jamie Peacock at the play of the ball there.
Well, he thought that Peacock had come in a little bit late and high. Certainly got him.
I don't think it was Peacock, to be fair.
Doesn't matter, he would have felt it.
Okay, Jeremy. Go.
Henderson. Great run again from Henderson. He's still going. Now they get them to the penalty. It was a high shot on Henderson first up.
I'd get it in the corner. Leeds are running out of steam. Forget about going for the two here. Go for the kill. Far too high in the first place. Bailey gets a bit of a telling off from the official, and rightly so. Just bang it into the corner. Don't worry about the two. They're on the rack.
Yes, Deacon has done exactly that.
Hold. Go.
So another big set of six here for Leeds to withstand.
Keep your eye on Morrison. He loves coming second phase.
This is Andy Lynch.
Two.
Now then, Henderson scheming at dummy half. Will go the short side. Short ball! Oh, just couldn't get the ball down. I think Ben Harris then thought he might have been penalised for a double movement if he plonked that down. Bailey was on the back of Ian Henderson then. This is Deacon. This is Justin Harris.
He's tormented them all night.
Move!
That step. He's turned the clock back. 3 seasons, 4 seasons, maybe 5 or 6, who cares? He's had a great game.
Great
oh,
kick.
what a take!
St. Hilaire keeps it alive. Henderson flicks out the back door. They keep it going again, but it's found its way to Maguire. And Leeds survive that set of 6. But there was a chance then when Ben Harris looked like he was going to plonk the ball over the line and then thought, double movement.
No one was touching him.
Oh,
I think he tried. He just got pulled back. It was Lauatici that got hold of the shirt. Leeds on the attack.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan didn't release the pass to Tupi wide. There's Tupi instead of dummy half. Here is Kevin Sinfield. Now it's Ryan Bailey. No way through for Bailey.
They've got to get it away from the dummy half quicker than this.
Diskin to Peacock. Off the ground to Bailey. Wide it comes to Tupi.
Every time a Leeds player is getting the football, they're standing still.
It's magnificent Bradford defence, though, that's forcing them.
Yeah, but you've got to give yourself a little bit of space to move.
Good kick from Rob Burrow, is it? Yes, it is. It's standing in the in-goal area. St. Hilaire, they're going to get another set of 6 here. Leeds. That's a great kick, Justin.
Yeah, fantastic
You couldn't
kick
have bought that if you were a Leeds fan there.
Definitely not, considering it was the back end of a set of 6 where they didn't ask too many questions of the Bradford side. They look a little bit lost at the moment, Leeds, and yeah, fantastic kick there by Burrow. That'll give them a good opportunity to attack now. They need to have some movement, they need to have plenty of options. If they've got that, they might split this Bradford defence.
Would you have been upset, though, Justin, with the way that Marcus St. Hilaire allowed the ball to try to... You really should have taken it early and got into the in-goal if he could.
Yeah, most probably should have had a crack at that a little bit earlier and tried to get out, because if he gets out, they've got the ball, and then all of a sudden, you know, you've got a chance to play down the other end of the field. Now, instead, Leeds are attacking, a chance to score a try.
And here comes Bailey again for the Rhinos. There's a dig then from McKenna. He felt that, Ryan Bailey. This is Gareth Ellis.
This game could play it up. I hope that Steve Ganson has tight control of it at the moment, because there's a few get squares out there.
Maguire to Brent Webb, and Brent Webb just saw a little hole and went for it. Important tackle that was. Here is Maguire. Maguire trying to open them up. Senior with the strength, and he's just held up again. He'll play the ball here. And Sinfield will come the other way. Webb again! Brilliant Bradford defence once more. Sinfield at dummy half. Stabs the ball in goal. They're all after it. It's no try. Or is it? How did that ball come out? Was it a kick from Platt? Did Platt have a flick at that? Because he walked away from the incident limping. Has Gareth Ellis scored a try for Leeds here?
Well, it's a good little stab through. No, I think it's on the whitewash. That's play on up to this point. Oh, he's got it. Isn't that amazing what the slow motion replay and good camera angles can help?
Or was there a knock on? Was there a knock on by Diskin?
Was it going backwards though? And was it Platt that brought the play back in? They've got to make a big decision. I think they're going to go for the try.
Well, Platt, of course, would have gone one-on-one here with Diskin. He's about to score, and Platt has stolen it from him.
Yeah, this is a try.
Well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, I've no doubt about it. Ellis will be the name.
This would put Leeds right back in the hunt.
Okay, Matt.
And the try is given. And Michael Platt showed his disapproval then. But Gareth Ellis and Matt Diskin. And it was that wonderful kick from Rob Burrow that stood in the in-goal area that gave Leeds the chance from the resulting goal line dropout. But Gareth Ellis marks his return to the Leeds side with a very important try. The Rhinos aren't done and dusted yet.
It's a second effort, isn't it? Beautiful stick through there. Fantastic play from Sinfield. Got the boot to it. Does he add the 2? Yes, he does. Game on. But Bradford can only blame themselves. They had full control way down the other end. Instead of consolidating, they tried to offload. They tried to be fancy. And this was poor play. Marcus St. Hilaire had every chance to get that ball early, and from it, Sinfield dabbed through, ricochet, Platt plays it on, and Ellis said, "I'll have the 4."
Okay.
Nervous times, but they're back into it at a time when it looked like the Bulls had full control of this game.
Well, he was rested for the cup tie, Gareth Ellis. He has come back and he stood up for the Leeds Rhinos here. Ever present in Super League this year, including his 200th career appearance against Wakefield last month. And now Leeds are back within 2. Here is Thackeray. I noticed earlier on one of our captions said that Leeds had used 9 interchanges. So that must be 10 at least, and I don't know whether they've made a couple more. We believe, I'm just hearing they've got 1 left. It's a long road, 13.5 minutes, and a game like this with just 1 change left, Justin.
Yeah, exactly. Hasn't the body language of the Leeds side changed after that try? A try just gives you so much energy. Good kick, fantastic chase now, and they feel as though they're back in the game, which they are. So their energy levels are just nice and high now. Now it's up to Bradford to take it back to Leeds and see if they can get some momentum going in their direction.
Remember, whoever wins this match tonight opens up a 2-point gap at the top of the table for the time being. Wakefield, who of course are sandwiched between the two, are in action tomorrow, and they face Huddersfield away, and that's a massive match for the Huddersfield Giants at the Galfarm Stadium as well. Huddersfield at the foot of the table, still to win a match. Wakefield riding high at the top. Charged down by Jamie Jones-Buchanan, knocked on by the Bradford man, who was Yestin Harris' first mistake that Harris has made all night.
Well, he was trying to say that was a turnover because it was on the last. Did he go backwards? He had no control of it, so this should be
knock on Leeds head and feet.
Yep. This is nervous times. Steve McNamara, the Bulls coach, must have got the message out, especially where they were down in that corner, full control, and yet they gave the ball away.
Here's what we've got coming up over Easter on Sky Sports.
Nice egg. You bought me one?
Of course.
I've got you one.
Yeah.
It isn't chocolate, that's for sure.
Here come Leeds in the shape of Jamie Peacock. We will see them again on Tuesday against the Wigan Warriors, who we see tomorrow at home against St Helens. 1 sellout, 2nd sellout at Hull on Monday. Fantastic stuff. Diskin, Burrow, Maguire, good movement now from Leeds. Webb is wrestled to the deck.
Newton had him lined up.
Diskin.
Good tackle as well.
Oh, Diskin's
I can't believe it.
Away goes Ben Harris. Stopped by Maguire, but 10 metres inside the Leeds half. St Hilaire, Terry Newton.
Should have scooted away there, St Hilaire. When you make a break like that, you've got to wing it. Get it into dummy half. You shouldn't offload. You should be scampering away and trying to get the offside position. Often works.
Terry Newton, that's Deacon. This is Harris. Flick pass. Chris McKenna.
Now, nothing silly now. Bradford, all they have to do is make sure that they camp down there. Trying to go for the 2nd set of 6.
Another ex-Rhino in the Bradford squad. Chris McKenna. Evans, ex-Huddersfield, loses the ball. Tupi has it back for the Rhinos. There are 6 former Leeds players in this Bradford Bulls squad.
Evans was screaming there that there was 2 men in the tackle, and it should have been a penalty. Waved away by Steve Ganson. I think the official got it right.
Rob Burrow.
They've lifted the gear now of the Rhinos.
10.5 minutes or thereabouts to go. Senior for Leeds. This is Maguire. Here is Peacock. Peacock offloads quickly to Maguire, who calls for a bit of assistance and arrives in the shape of Ellis. 10 minutes to go. 2 points the difference. Leeds on the attack. Sinfield with the dink over the top. Harris chasing it. Platt gets it. Burrow, great stuff from him. But Platt stays the right side of the try line.
Tremendous chase there.
This is St Hilaire.
both sides are out in the feet, Eddie. This has been a tremendous pace. It's been a rough, tough affair as well.
Yes, fitness will play the key now.
What a game Justin Harris has had. He's been everywhere.
Just the one error, just that little knock-on not long ago.
It's not bad in a game of rugby league, Eddie, if you only come up with one.
Exactly. Played really well. This is Terry Newton. Gets it away to St Hilaire. Good set of 6 in defence for Leeds here. Kick from Justin Harris. Brent Webb had funneled back. Gibson is the man who collects it though. Gibson gives it to Webb. Brent Webb will attack from deep. Doesn't get very far though, only as far as Chris McKenna. Thackeray.
Got to be a quick play the ball from Leeds. He's lost it.
Ball lost by Jamie Thackeray. That one please Tony Smith. Here is James Evans.
Was the fingertips in there?
Newton. Langley. To the end of a perfect week for Langley. New deal with the Bradford club. 2 points against Leeds. On offer in about 8.5 minutes' time. Newton finds Deacon. Deacon spreads it wide to Justin Harris. Another little jinking run. Great offload to Chris McKenna. Halted by Ellis. Diskin's there as well. McKenna still going forward. Nothing between these two teams now. Bradford looking for a flash of inspiration from Morrison, maybe. And Morrison was almost through.
Maguire just got to him.
Here's Leslie Vainicolo. Here is James Evans. And the try saved by Maguire's tackle. It's with Deacon. Gives it width and finds Harris. Harris further wide and on the bounce. It gets to Ben Harris. And Ben Harris is tackled on the last in this set of 6.
Surely kick into the corner.
There's Michael Platt. There's Harris. High kick looking for Big Les. Only finds Ashley Gibson.
Well diffused, great pressure, but good composure by the Leeds side. They absorbed it all well.
Maybe didn't have the right kick selection there. I think they maybe should have put that one along the ground, look for the repeat set, rather than going for the try, kicking to the wing. They've given the ball back to Leeds, and they've started their set on the 20-metre zone.
And remember, in this fixture, Good Friday at Headingley last year, Leeds were ahead of Bradford until the last seconds of the game, and Brett Ferris came up with the winning try in the corner. Brett Ferris now at Wakefield, no longer at Bradford. So Bradford pinched it from Leeds 12 months ago. Can Leeds do the same here tonight? This is Maguire. Great tackle by Ben Harris. Maguire dropped on halfway. Tackle number 4. Michael Platt has funneled back just in case of the chip over the top here by Leeds. That's the last one this set of 6. Possession about to swing back to Bradford, is it? It's Rob Burrow. There's a crossfield kick looking for Brent Webb. Platt had positioned himself perfectly. Here comes the Bradford fullback. He's beaten 3. He's beaten 4. He nearly beat 5, but Jamie Peacock got to him in just the right moment.
Well, what a time to come up with a tremendous run like that. Twinkle toes from Michael Platt, and it was superb. Nothing short.
That's been the difference.
Well, it does. It gets them into a good position, and that's the one thing that they have over this Leeds outfit tonight.
Touch of cramp from Michael Platt, I think. But that's been the difference. Bradford have managed to escape the clutches now and again. Some good offloads as well. Harris with another one. Finds Glenn Morrison. He's away from Jamie Jones-Buchanan almost. Newton will scamper forward from dummy half. Delaying the pass, taking the tackle, last one. Here comes the kick. Deacon is there, hands up, he wants it. He's going to get it in a moment as well from James Evans. A little dab over the top into space. Well claimed by the skipper. He offloads quickly to Brent Webb. But the numbers are there in defence for Bradford, aren't they? It's been magnificent.
It's been absolutely fantastic. The way that they've just swarmed on the Leeds defence, the attack, I should say, has been great. Lawatidi's out there now. He's an offensive player. If Leeds are going to create something, I think they need to go to him. He's got a great offload.
There is Lawatiti. Pass on the bounce to Gibson. He comes inside. Oh, could have been a penalty. The referee, Steve Ganson, put the whistle to his mouth then. He almost gave a penalty for obstruction against Leeds. thought better of it in the end. The hand went, though. The whistle was in his mouth.
4. Okay.
All referees do change their mind from time to time, Eddie, as you know, but this is where Leeds, they've got to test their arm, and they're doing that. That's good play.
That's Tupi. Great ball to Burrow. He ducks under 1, he ducks under 2. Oh, and an important tackle from behind by St. Hilaire. Last one here for Leeds then. It's with Tupi. And Tupi showed the pass. In the end, is caught in possession.
That is a sin.
It is.
You have to be aware out there on the field of play. You've got to look for the man screaming for the ball there. Sinfield there, that Maguire, Rob Barrow said, just set up, we need the kick.
2. Okay.
Vainicolo goes to ground. 4 minutes and counting for Bradford. With one of their most important victories of the season in this, the first of 4 meetings against the Leeds Rhinos in 2007. Here's Terry Newton. Gets a great offload into Evans. Terry Newton, a veteran of many Wigan Saints battles at Easter in the past, and here he is in the thick of the battle between Leeds and Bradford.
5.
And of course he was involved in many of these as well in his Leeds Rhinos days. The kick stands nicely for Gibson. They might get 2 more sets, Leeds, if they're lucky. Brent Webb! Hounded down by Ben Harris.
Stuck to him like a limpet mine had to as well. The legs were pumping.
Maguire to Senior.
2. Switch on, boys, switch on.
It's Maguire again. Here is Rob Burrow. This is Kevin Sinfield. Now Ali Lauatiti. But Leeds just standing still, and this defence, compact defence from Bradford.
Not only that, Eddie, is that none of them are coming out of the line. They're just hanging around. Oh, he's made the break as Maguire.
Maguire, he's got the pass wide. Scott Donald will score in the corner. Second try for Scott Donald. Have Leeds pinched it? Have Leeds pinched the victory from underneath the noses of the Bradford Bulls? It was a wonderful offload and a tackle that released Maguire, and Maguire fed Donald down the left-hand side, and Scott Donald gets his second try of the evening, his 31st in Leeds colours, and he could have pinched the game for the Rhinos. It's remarkable. History repeats itself, but in the opposite direction.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Barrow put them into a good position. It was only an ankle tap, and then you can see that Marcus St. Hilaire, he's been in field, and once Maguire makes the break,
great offload by Peacock.
He's nowhere to be seen. He's come right back in. He should have stayed out with his winger. It's not easy when it's 2-on-1, but Peacock, the offload supreme, and Maguire is a game breaker, and this man's over in the corner. Sensational finish to this game. Surely they've wrapped it up. The Leeds fans, they're ecstatic, and rightly so, because halfway through the second half, it was the Bulls that was bossing it. The Bulls were taking control, but a team with talent, they only need 2 breaks, and that is what has brought them to this position. He'll take his time.
Can Sinfield kick the points? Yes, he can. 14 points to 18. And even if they concede a penalty in the last moments of this match, and Bradford kick it, Leeds know that the game is theirs. Scott Donald's 2 tries. Short kick-off from Bradford. They come up with the ball. Do they know it's a knock-on? And Leeds, they might have picked the Bradford Bulls' pocket.
And full credit to them. In any sport, in any game, you've got to play right to the final whistle. And I'm afraid a little bit of lack of concentration from Bradford have allowed Leeds the opportunity not only to get back in the game, but to win this. Surely, the dying seconds, it'll be up the jumper time. Runs from dummy half, don't risk it. Don't risk the pass. Do not give Bradford the opportunity. The clock is counting down. Bradford are desperate to try to steal it. The old Heimert on the floor tricks coming out now.
Here goes Lauatiti. 20 seconds remaining. 3 tackles left for Leeds. It's Maguire. Maguire takes the tackle from McKenna.
On the last, it'll be hoofed right into the crowd.
This is Keith Senior. Leeds can hear their supporters counting down. And Sinfield pumps the ball towards the dead ball line. He hasn't found it. Leslie Vainicolo. That's it. That's it. Tony Smith maintains a remarkable record here at Odsal. He has yet to lose with the Leeds Rhinos against the Bradford Bulls here. This was maybe one of the tightest of recent history. But Leeds have won courtesy of the 2 tries from Scott Donald and a quite remarkable offload in the tackle by their former hero for Bradford, Jamie Peacock. A great start to the Easter campaign. Leeds win. They go to the top of the Super League table by 2 points. And Scott Donald takes the congratulations from all of his teammates and shakes hands with all the Bradford Bulls players as well. They will be disappointed because for long periods Bradford bossed this match, but at the end it was the try from Scott Donald, and here is a delighted Leeds captain, I'm sure, Kevin Sinfield with Rod Studd.
Kevin, in all honesty, should you have lost that game?
I don't think so, no, Rod. I think it were pretty even. Thought we had a couple of chances second half that we bombed, and credit to the guys, we stuck in there. You got to play for 80 minutes, and thankfully we got the try near the end.
How do you keep that belief when you are behind on the scoreboard and they've got all the pressure and possession?
Well, they're a very good side, but so are we, Rod, and we came here last year and had a good result, and we believed if we stuck to our game plan. I felt the second half we were a bit sloppy, but once we got into our rhythm, I thought we put some good stuff on, and that last 15 minutes we played very well.
How significant is that victory and the manner of that victory for Leeds' season, do you think?
It's 2 points, Rod. It's a tough Easter period. That's 1 down for us, and you know, we're not looking any further than that. They're a very good side to come here and win. It means we're going on the right track, and we're looking forward to Tuesday now.
Thanks, Kev. Well done.
Cheers, Rob.
Let's move on to the Leeds Rhinos coach. Tony, with about a minute to go, had you resigned yourself to defeat?
Oh, no, never give in. Not with this team, and they're a courageous bunch, and they've got a lot of character. And you know, but I just thought it was a fantastic game. Both teams gave their all tonight. They hung on, they clawed their way. They both defended very, very well. You know, I feel a bit for Bradford there, and you know, because both teams were outstanding in their effort. You go a long way to see an effort like that from any team this year.
Having said that, they did exactly the same to you at Headingley last season, so I suppose what goes around comes around in sport.
We did it to them and they did it to us, and you know, I just think they're 2 teams that were on top of the comp, and it showed there tonight. A few too many errors from us. We handed the ball over. We had to defend too much, but our defence was outstanding when really called upon on our own line. But you know, hats off to Bradford. They're a well-coached team.
Well done, Tony.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the man who's won the match for Leeds, Scott Donald. Scott, just tell us what was going through your mind when Maguire's made the break and you know it's going to come out to your wing.
Yeah, it's a bit anxious there when you know it's going to come out, but you put that stuff into practice every week at training, and you know, you just go with what feels good, and tonight it felt real great.
I know it's pretty much a regulation winger's score, but in that situation it's pretty tough. It's still got to be scored, the ball's got to be fielded and put down.
Yeah, that's right. You know, someone's got to be there to score the tries, and tonight it just happened to be me. To get that feeling is just great, and I know that when we go back in the sheds, everyone's going to be behind it. It's going to be a really good win for us, especially with this Easter games coming up. You know, it's good to get off to a good start. We've got some big games coming up, so it's good.
Well done, Scott. Enjoy the celebration.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Remarkable. 12 months ago, it was Leeds who were disappointed with a last gasp try from Brett Ferris that won the game at Headingley for the Bradford Bulls. Tonight, look at what it means to the Leeds Rhino supporters. Scott Donald's 2 tries, and they are dancing with delight because it's 18 points to 14 here at Odsal in favour of the Leeds Rhinos, and it means that the Rhinos sit top of the table with a 2-point advantage, and Wakefield have the opportunity to close the gap tomorrow, but Bradford will have to wait until Monday when they will play the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. Fantastic at the top of the table, and what a game. And you must say, I mean, sport is a funny old thing, and the way things can change over the course of 12 months. And the fact that Leeds have won here tonight, courtesy of one of the best offloads you'll ever see from their former skipper, Bradford's former skipper, Jamie Peacock, that sent Maguire away, Justin Morgan. I mean, hats off to Leeds. They were outplayed for a long time in that match, but they've come up with the crucial moment.
Fantastic game of rugby league, and even in that game the momentum swung for either side at different stages, and you could say Bradford were the better side for most of the game, but it's an 80-minute game and they hung in there. The Leeds team, they had to believe, and what a great offload. We're talking about Solomona's offload. We saw some great bits of skill on display tonight, and just a fantastic game of rugby league all around. Some ferocious defence as well.
Yeah, ferocious defence from both sides, but Steve-O, we mentioned in commentary, for long periods of this match, Leeds couldn't seem to unlock the defence. There was no offloads from Leeds. They were one-man rugby all the time. But Jamie Peacock delivered when it mattered most.
Yeah, and Leeds, to be fair, they played right up till the final whistle. Bradford, they didn't. It's as simple as that. They had the game in the bag. It was as simple as that, and they know it, and their coach realised it. And when they had the opportunity, Vainikolo, it's very rare you get this. Everyone perhaps thought that they should have gone for it themselves and knock on. But what about this? The offload from Solomona, the strength. And this was a moment where I thought, that's it. Leeds cannot just stop the way that Bradford has been playing. I mean, look at this for quality. He just holds it like an orange, doesn't he? And then, watch this, gets it away. Absolutely tremendous. And if we had a big problem, how are you going to stop Justin, this fellow, when he gets the ball, Vainikolo?
Absolutely impossible. This was the touch after his drop, and this close to the line, he's almost impossible to stop. 17, 18 stone, and crashes over there, and great try.
And then you've got to say this guy hung around too long. He was waiting and hoping that it went over the line. And it was a good kick from Sinfield. Ellis just got there. There was no doubt about it. No doubt about in my mind that Platt definitely touched that ball and played him onside. And then, as Eddie has mentioned, the offload from Peacock. Maguire is a winner. It's as simple as that. And Donald in for the second try. Absolutely fantastic finish. But, Steve McNamara, the coach of Bradford, will be absolutely fuming. A couple of occasions they'd had Leeds well and truly on their own line, and instead of just consolidating and kicking into the corner, they didn't. They tried to keep it alive, and guess what? Leeds got possession. You've got to drive in and make sure you finish off the game, and that's Steve McNamara. He will be saying to himself and saying to the team, we should have finished them off, and they didn't.
Yes, they should have done. They had their chances, but you have to credit Leeds. They stuck at the task. All right, it was safety first at times. But as I say, when the conjurer needed the magic wand, there was Jamie Peacock with it.
There it was. I think both coaches would be a little bit disappointed the amount of ball that went down, especially in the first half. Most probably some players chanced their arm a little bit too much. But as you said, maybe Leeds were a little bit one out in the second half, but they came alive for that one play, and you have to come alive for one play, and they capitalised on the opportunity created by Peacock. So, that's what counts, what's on the scoreboard at the 80th minute.
We've had a fantastic night here at Odsal. We have launched our coverage of the National League. And if you've missed that, Widnes won in a canter, really, against the Lee Centurions. Widnes will have an eye on Super League in 2008. But I think if they've been watching this at home after the match or in the bar at Halton Stadium, having seen Leeds and Bradford battle it out here tonight, they know what to expect, whoever comes up in the National League at the end of this year. Hope you've enjoyed the past 4 hours. We have got another reminder now, though, of the great lineup of live action to look forward to tomorrow, Good Friday on Sky Sports. We start with Championship football doubleheader, Southend Colchester at noon, Leicester Derby 2:30, both of those on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. There's Davis Cup tennis, USA against Spain at 7 over on Sky Sports Extra. More live football in the afternoon, our Prem Plus matches, Manchester City Charlton at 5. To order that, tune into channel 480 and follow all the instructions. And you can see Everton against Fulham at 7 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1. And as a precursor to that Everton-Fulham match here on Sky Sports, our Good Friday offering is Wigan against St Helens. It's a full house. There isn't a ticket to be had for love nor money. Wigan against Saints, 5 o'clock, Good Friday. And the other derby we'll be seeing this weekend is Justin's first tilt at Hull in the Super League in front of a full house at the KC Stadium. Best of luck for that.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us tonight. Have a happy Easter, but don't miss Good Friday. The Engage Super League for Easter 2000.